Hey guys, how's it going? It's Kyra here, and in today's video we got a fun one. We got Obi-Wan ECL. This actually did really well at a pretty respectable PQ. We have 62 player PQ in Barcelona. This got third place, which was very excited to see. I'm a little biased because I did pull the showcase on this particular leader, but I think this is really cool. So changing up my format, we've got a little slideshow here to start the video. So why play it? I played about 15 games or so of this. I was just having so much fun playing the deck that I just kept running games. But it plays Green Hero, best aspect by far, just curves out so well, has a super strong leader flip. I feel like leader flip in this current meta just seems so relevant. Like, I think that's one of the reasons why Han 2 is struggling, you know, compared to what you would think in a meta like this, just because you're dealing with Anakin, you're dealing with Yoda. So having a strong leader flip in this particular meta, I think is really important. And it might, you know, I think there's a lot of theories on that, but I think it's just because there's so much Signal and the green Signal cards curve out so well, you can realistically actually survive to that point where your leader flip actually matters. And so then there's a ton of being able to heal units is really great with you have Obi-Wan's passive here, being able to heal 1 damage on a unit makes things awkward, really great into Tarkin Town. If they try to ping it like an Underworld unit, you can just heal it immediately and they can't actually do the 3 damage to kill something, for example. And then also just makes trading awkward, and right now there's so much ground unit, it's really clogged up. This deck just gets mixy and is able to fight for board really well because you have so much Sentinel. And so then Galen Urso is another reason why I put on here, because I was surprised at just how little this card is played. I think this effect is so cool, being able to just blank an ability. You can blank shield tokens even if you wanted to, which I think is really nice. It also has plot. I thought this was going to be like the blue version of Kira, but it hasn't been played as much. My theory for that is just because being able to trade up, like Anakin just defines the meta so much that that's why he hasn't been played that much. But this particular deck having so much Sentinel, I think allows you to be able to play Galen Urso, and it's great, especially into the villain matchups and stuff like that. Being able to just blanket power to the dark side or overwhelming barrage has been pretty clutch. And then the action compression with it having plot is really nice too. But I'll go into that here in a little bit. And then also lastly, off meta opponent won't have optimized lines. You know, this is just such a rare pick that people are not going to prepare for something like this. So look at all this restore. We got a ton of restore here. Basically the whole curve has some way of restore. So we're on ECL, we only have 25 points of life, but then when you look at how much restore you could possibly have here with Owen Lars, I found him a little difficult to fit in on my curve here just because Green Hero curves out so well. But we're running multiple copies of 2 drops that have restore in Mina, Bonteri, and Yaddle. Then Yoda. So if you go Yaddle plus Yoda, that's like 4 points to restore. This is the best deck I've ever seen. Being able to take advantage of Sabine's Masterpiece. When you have a blue aspect unit on the board, you can restore 2. That's been super clutch in a few matchups that I played. And then Captain Typho doesn't directly restore, but when he's attacked, you can reveal to heal there. And then of course Luke being able to restore 3 is awesome. And then we have a ton of Signal as well. This deck, just as we curve out, we have a ton. So we have Obi-Wan into Captain Typho into a leader flip, and then Rex. Like Rex is going to be also an ECL target as well with the 7/7 on 6, just super good. But we just have consistent restore plus Signal, so it's really difficult to be able to get us out of the game. And then leader flip, I think this is just a lot of resource or action compression plus just a really powerful, like a 4/7 into a Jar Jar Binks, making it a 6/9 leader with Signal is super frustrating to have to deal with. A lot of people just scoop immediately when they see that. Just in the few games, like when you're getting to that point, you already have board. And then we can also blank the exact answer to whatever we want to do. Like we can go Jar Jar Binks, Obi-Wan, and Galen Urso, say Rivals Fall, for example. We can say Overwhelming Barrage, and so like in a race scenario, we just blink their best answer, and we have this massive threat on the board. And ideally, we would already have other units as well to be able to push more damage. And so then finally, some notable inclusions here. So we're on ECL, so we have amazing targets for Captain Rex and Anakin Skywalker on 6. These are going to be our answers for an Anakin flip, for example. Unfortunately, so Captain Rex and Anakin can go into the leader Anakin and kill him immediately. On flip, ideally you wouldn't have too much damage on the Anakin base and you just kill the Anakin on the spot with ECL. You're good to go. Anakin Skywalker also does something similar by the -3/-3. You need that at least, but you also take less damage back in that particular scenario, so that's really good. Then this deck does a really good job of playing choose sides because we have the Queen Amidala. There's going to be a lot of kind of chaff units that we have that, against a Piet, for example, I was able to choose sides, one of my small units, as they just spent all the resources on, I believe, a Devastator, and I was able to just win the game. There's another Piet I played where they had a Ruthless Raider. They overwhelmingly barraged. I just switched with the remaining unit I had and was able to get him out of the game because we're putting pressure throughout the early game. So choose sides, great in this particular deck. Also, this why I brought up U-Wing Reinforcement is because it plays Diplomat Envoy or Diplomat Envoy, and then this guy, you can play this plus Queen Amidala, for example. This is when played, you disclose a green, and then the next unit you play as ambush. So you can go U-Wing Reinforcement, play Diplomatic Envoy, play Queen Amidala, and then ambush in for 5, defeat a spy token to make sure you take no damage. Pretty powerful play there. Plus just all the typical stuff you'd want with U-Wing Reinforcement, with going wide with these units, for example, Blue Leader for ambush, or a Luke if you want to. So U-Wing Reinforcement, you don't need to say too much about that card. It's just amazing. And then finally, General's Blade. This is another General's Blade deck. Some decks just fold immediately to slamming down a General's Blade on a unit, so it's hard not to want to include it, especially in this current meta climate. And so that's pretty much it. That's the deck here. I think this is a great, fun deck. If anything, maybe it's not top of the meta, but it's just cool to see other leaders do well. And so that's all I really got to say about this deck. So let's get into the games. Okay, we have Entrench, which is great. We have a Sabine's Masterpiece. Ideally, we would have a green card to start, like a Gungi, so then we can kill the what is it? Millennium Falcon, but we would also just straight up lose to a Hauler. Part of me wants to keep this. I think we just keep the Taunt. Typho's annoying for them. Even though I'm kind of thinking we go Owen, keeping it, but that feels just feels bad. Let's just go here. I was thinking Owen for next turn because you can go Owen plus Entrenched, but okay. I think we go here, and then if he commits to a Chewy, then we entrench it. Okay. And then I'll just play this. He'll be able to heal 2 and kill his Falcon if I go in. He might resupply. Yeah, I claim. And then best thing I can do in this situation is this guy. See if he pulls it up. So no. The only thing we really got. He goes to 6 uncontested, unfortunately. We're gonna just get in to heal. We go here, just get all the damage in. At least have the Fill the Dragon for his 7. Hopefully he just doesn't draw. Oh, I guess he can't draw 7 because he kept that out. But let's go for the heal because you have actions. We claim double haulers. Hilarious. Okay, we'll just go here. I might entrench this and start taking him out. But if he drew Waylay, then we're in a pickle. We we get the heal, we get the guaranteed kill. I don't like it, but let's do it. And then maybe we entrench this and kill that and take both haulers. Let's cause this to be an issue. No, we can't do that. Well, we can do this. We can make it annoying, at least. And then we have a ton of actions to bait out. We're going to be able to, yeah, so like it made it at least annoying enough. So we'll go here. He does still have 3 resources, so he played it. Now we can easily entrench for free and not have to worry about it. Now we take double hauler from him. I think we're in a great spot, and then might as well heal it because we have the actions. I think we go Mina plus Typho. We try to flip Kenobi as soon as possible because it doesn't die to Big Han. I might just sacrifice this into this. We pulled that up. Interesting. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So he's on 7. Let's just get in for this. If it goes Big Falcon, we at least have this to kill it, or we can, if he pulls back a hauler, we can kill that. Okay, I'll give up. Okay, Anakin, let's see how this does against this, because this is just such a meta-defining leader at the moment. So let's see how we at least have initiative. That's a big deal into this matchup. So we'll go, I think I like Mina because it makes our Sabines better. And then this is fantastic. You know what? Let's just not go Sabine. We'll go here and then we'll have the OB, but I really want the ECL target. So we'll claim. And then normally I would OB, but this is just an example of why it's so strong. Because if I OB, he just kills it. I'm just claiming. I'm just want to attack in with OB, kill the Sabine. Get it out of here. Both of these now trade with Comp Vanth. And then I can play Typho. Okay. Still has action, so I might as well heal. I think I gotta fight that with my own. So let me think. If I go to a 7-8, he still can't kill me with Anakin passive. So not ideal at all, but at least it's something. So we'll drop Obi, because I think we're going this plus Yaddle. And then I think we might as well just take the damage. Damn. Who do we kill? I wish I had a heal. No. I guess what we do is we claim. And then I'm thinking the move is something like ECL, Anakin, kill this, ambush, trigger, kill that. And then, you know, if only we had a villainy. That's going to go into here for sure. If not, it's just a wrap. Okay, we'll just take the healing. And then I think what we do is heal the damage. We immediately kill that. Okay, I'm glad he played him. We go here. We restore 1. Hoping he attacks in. If he attacks in, he's in a pickle, in my opinion. Okay. Yeah, he knew. He knew. Okay, a throwback. You got the Krennic here. This is like a borderline. We have a curve. Let's just keep it. I'll put this down. I'll keep this just in case. Okay. Hate to see it. I might. Obi-Wan would have been sick there. Keep that for later, maybe? No, I don't even know if he's going to interact with this. Get rid of Gungi. I'm considering ECLing in. Killing that. Yeah. I hate it, but it's the only play I got. We'll ambush, trigger, kill that, and then, I don't know, overwhelming barrage. Okay. I like that he took down that. I'll take that. I'll go here. Pass. I don't care about that for now, especially since we already have Fell the Dragon, Entrenched Target, probably like Avenger or something like that. It's not gonna happen for a while. Traitorous. Okay. So we will go here and heal. Okay. Do we go wide here, or do we just play the blue leader? So if we go in, he has 3-5. Well, he wouldn't be able to overwhelm barrage unless he attacked it and killed it, and then he would die anyway. If we pass and he claims, and then it's a problem. If I go here, he attacks in. So I think I don't want to give him a niche. Let's just do it. Okay, I'm definitely okay with that. On 6, we can go double 3. Let's do that. I think we just deploy Obi and then trigger. Yeah, let's do that. Trigger. Give it that, and then he can't overwhelm barrage. He's on 6, so he can't Vader or anything. Like 6 is usually not returned for green blue villainy. And then we can just go in. Yeah, he just ran in. We have so many actions. What can you do for 6 here? ECL would be a problem, you know, like with Vader, but he does not. Yeah, okay, and he just scooped. Alright guys, well if you made it this far into the video, I appreciate you. I had a lot of fun playing this particular deck. And if you want to play a deck that's similar to this, I have a video right here that you can check out. It's Han2 ECL. Not a lot of interest in the video, I can see by the views, but I had a lot of fun playing that one. That's probably the deck that is my #1 front runner for taking into a PQ. So you can check that video out. And with that guys, I'm out of here. Peace.